Chris, thank you, and welcome to Houston and the XFL. St. Louis and Houston both thick in the playoff race in this 10-week regular season. Houston leads the South. St. Louis in second place in the North. Teams have traded turnovers on their first possession. Second drive for the BattleHawks, led by A.J. McCarron. And the 10th play of the drive, and that's complete for another first down. Tom Hart, Greg McElroy, Cole Kubelik, and Katie George with you. And this is a big-time matchup in terms of the postseason.
And such an important game, really more so for St. Louis, just given the standings right now in the XFL North. Seattle on a 5-game win streak. They are 5-2. Seattle trying to, or St. Louis, excuse me, trying to get there. They're sitting at 4-2, but currently own the tiebreaker, and they'll meet again here in a couple weeks. So a very important game for St. Louis.
Play action, McCarron looking for the end zone, wide open, but too much for Darius Shepard. How'd he get so open?
Man, just a little bit of play action. AJ moves to the right-hand side. No rusher, had plenty of room. Just threw it a little bit too far. Sometimes when that wide receiver's so open, it's hard to just drop it in there. Just a rare miss from A.J. McCarron. He's played so beautifully through the first 6 weeks.
McCarron leading the league in completion percentage and touchdowns. Pressure coming, picked up by Durant, and another completion for a first down for McCarron. That one goes for 12 to Gary Jennings.
McCarron's pass complete for 12, Gary Jennings.
McCarron's completed passes to 5 different receivers already, all on this drive.
Kick cold, kick cold, kick cold.
Kick cold, you got to assume a handoff to the left, but you hear him dig deep. I mean, these offensive linemen are gassed. Starting this drive inside their own 5. This is an exhausting drive for the offensive line.
Pressure coming again into the end zone. Over the shoulder catch. And a St. Louis touchdown to Gary Jennings. Second touchdown of the season for Jennings. That dude loves it. Came with his own costume and everything. Played with an Earl Campbell tearaway jersey. Wrong town.
50. PT.
In the XFL, you can choose your number. They're 50% on 2-point conversions this season. They'll line up to do that same thing here.
Hey. Spread it out. Go swag. Swag. Hey. Brag. Brag. Set. 180. What's that?
Batted away and incomplete. But St. Louis with a 13-play, 96-yard drive that took nearly 8 minutes off the clock.
A tremendous drive from A.J. McCarron and the St. Louis BattleHawks. You see him point to his left saying, hey, I see you one-on-one. I'm going to get out of this run play. I'm going to throw the one-on-one fade to Jennings. He drops it in the bucket, and the BattleHawks take the early lead.
McCarron's looking at the tablet, trying to find some answers. Looked like he had him in that last drive. He went 8 for 11 for 85 yards. His tablets are really interesting, but it gives him a live look at what the opposition is doing. You don't get that at other levels. In fact, let's get you down to the sideline. Here's Katie George with AJ.
AJ, successful touchdown drive. You don't get the conversion. When you come over to the bench and you're looking at your tablet, what are the first things that you analyze?
Yeah, just what coverages they're playing to certain formations, personnel-wise. How are they matching it? Are they going to match base? Are they going to play nickel, dime? It's kind of just figuring out what the hell they're going to run. Biggest thing, and what we can do to, take advantage of it. Biggest thing.
Appreciate it.
Yep, of course. Thank you.
Well, McDonald with the handoff. What ball came popping out? He's ruled down. It's a loss of 1. What kind of advantage is that for quarterbacks?
It's amazing. I mean, I was almost thinking about it. Do you have paralysis by analysis? You have too many things that you're looking at and considering, but what a valuable resource, especially on the first couple drives, so you can figure out what their defensive plan is going to be.
McDonald making his first start at quarterback, former Hawaii standout. Took a hit on the slide. It's a gain of 3.
Spread right, purple.
Akinmuladun may have gotten him late.
Yeah, and you could see him slide down, but at that point, it looked like there was already engagement. So I think it's a good no call by the official, and you heard him call purple. That means they're just going to take a picture. No play. Get up there, pretend to snap it. Now you can get a sense of what they're going to be in defensively.
Safety came up late, a little wobbler, but it's complete for a first down all the way to midfield for Cedric Bird. Both Bird and McDonald played the college ball at Hawaii.
That was a really important completion for McDonald. Just hadn't really been on the mark just yet, and that's a tough throw. Over the middle, man coverage, got a guy moving with a lot of speed right to left. Fluttered just a hair, but that should dial him in now with his accuracy.
Oh, wow, almost picked on one that was too high. Mike Hampton had an opportunity. He's back after missing last week with an illness.
Ball just thrown high and inside, and really fortunate that that one fell incomplete.
Well, you just said that previous pass was going to help his accuracy.
I think that's what it was, a tighter spiral at least. Let's find the positive. Let's, that's a better looking ball.
Greg McElroy's looking for positives. We've really made a turn, folks. On the draw, this is Bryson Alene. And Alene weaving his way all the way down to the 22, a pickup of 27 yards.
Really nicely done here at the line of scrimmage. Just an excellent job there by the center, Alex Millette, getting up to the second level, and Alene cutting it back off the draw. Of course, so much of what Houston does offensively is through the air, the run and shoot offense. So those draws will wear you out if you're not playing for him.
Here's Bird again. Both McDonald and Bird at Hawaii at the same time. Cole McDonald, 7th-round pick of the Titans after finishing 4th in school history with over 8,000 passing yards. Well, the great quarterbacks Hawaii has had.
Get your breath, get your breath.
Second and 1. Max Borghi now in a running back. And he gets forward enough to pick it up. Willie Harvey got him by an ankle. Team leader in tackles, Harvey out of Iowa State.
Denver star one ready.
They don't give you a hand in Houston, they give you an entire leg.
I might be giving.
And the arm right here, Denver. Should be a little zone read here by Cole McDonald.
Borghi takes it to the 10. That's a gain of 3.
Breathe.
Cole, these linemen are breathing heavy. All the quarterbacks are having to tell the O-lineman, man, just take a deep breath. What's going on down there with the O-line?
Well, you got the humidity is kicked in, and the wind's just picking up, so that might help a little bit, but the humidity has been thick down here on the field today. I love the quarterback trying to calm him down, though.
That's the end of the first quarter after both teams coughed it up on their first possessions. St. Louis had a lengthy drive of 96 yards in nearly 8 minutes, and now Cole McDonald and Houston trying to answer. It's the BattleHawks and Roughnecks, a pair of 4-2 teams, 1 quarter deep on this XFL Sunday. Back to Houston in a moment. Is Roughnecks out to a 4-2 start this season, but a real test right now with St. Louis in town and a team that's been up and down and more down lately.
Let's go, Brown, on one, ready.
Cole McDonald, first 5 games, only had 4 passing attempts. A great game with 3 touchdowns and 3 possessions last week against DC. McDonald lobs it in zone. Incomplete, but a flag. Hampton came over to help on the coverage as they're trying to get it to Smith.
Either way, we'll put it in the end zone. Bobby plays at the 1 yard line. Either way's going to be at the 1. What number? 8.
Jeff Heiser, our referee.
Pass interference. Defense, number 8. Bobby placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Great job there by the official. As you can see, Mike Hampton, number 8, grabbing that jersey as the ball's starting to arrive. Good job of quickly executing that process and getting the ball to the 1.
They'll shift Garrett Owens as H-back. Borgie turned around at the 1. You can hear Cole McDonald saying, "Get in."
And he followed him too. That's you are supposed to do that. But I mean, don't. If you're going to push the pile, don't be the quarterback. You're too important. You're the starter, Cole. Stay away. If the ball's on the ground, okay, go for it. But don't get up there in the big uglies. That's a scary scene.
Here's the 10th play of the drive for Houston. Borgie again. Stopped again. Third down coming up.
This would be a play. I'd go quarterback power. You just get extra bodies. You get extra opportunity. Just handing it off there to Borgie. It's difficult for him with the full head of steam, with the numbers and the formation that you're in. I'd go quarterback run, and I'd go right behind Borgie, and I'd go right behind Garrett Owens, the tight end slash fullback slash do-it-all guy at the end of the line of scrimmage.
McDonald will throw it. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Burnett.
Very nicely done there. Looks a little bit like Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They found that man-to-man motion. You get full speed motion and then work him right back outside. The defender can't recover in time, and it's an easy pitch and catch. Patrick Mahomes did it twice in the Super Bowl, and Cole McDonald does it right there for the first touchdown of the game for the Roughnecks.
Houston chooses a 1-point after. They're 0 for 6 on the 1-pointers this year. For the lead early. Here's the option pitch, and it got behind his man, Dejon Lee. Scooped up by St. Louis, but taken down at the 20. Speaking of Chiefs Kingdom, represented here in Houston and straight out of that Kansas City playbook. Old McDonald found a receiver. E-I-E-I-O. We are tied at 6. Home to take on St. Louis at 1 o'clock Eastern. Then the Renegades take on the Guardians at 4. And Sunday afternoon, Lone Star Battle, the Brahmas and Roughnecks at 3 o'clock on ABC. Will be in San Antonio for that one, followed by the Defenders and Sea Dragons on ESPN2, with DC coming off of its first loss. Every game available on ESPN. That is a short kick. That'll bring a flag.
So, Andy, we're short SFK.
Ball didn't make it to the 20.
Let's listen to Dean Blandino.
Illegal kick. Kicking
so we're
team.
Short of the 20.
The ball did not make it to the 20-yard line.
Yards from the spot of the
15-yard penalty is enforced from the spot of the kick.
It's accepted. Number 8.
First down.
Houston, number 8. Short free kick.
Man, what a huge field position switch this is.
Just massive. I mean, about a drive start on PN10, not after a sudden change, but immediately taking the field at the plus 45. If I'm the offensive coordinator right here and I'm gifted something like that, and I'm Bruce Gradkowski, I'm calling a shot play right out of the gate. Hard play action, and throw it over the top. And from this condensed formation, that might very well be what you get.
It's at least a 30-yard difference depending on the return. McCarron, the out route complete to Darius Shepard, who gets ripped down.
Bump left extend. Left extend. 14 Rolly Z smoke. X hitch. Bump left extend.
All right, so you hear that 14 roadie. That's the run play. Z smoke is to the left. That's a short throw behind the line of scrimmage. The X is to the right. That's Marcel Aitman at the top. He runs a hitch route. It's locked too. And against soft coverage, you can take that all day long.
Do you like the hitch here?
I love the hitch here.
Tejada is the cornerback in front of him. And A.J. McCarron's going to have to use a timeout with the play clock getting late.
St. Louis.
When we return, St. Louis BattleHawks looking to answer Houston, looking at a 2nd and 5. A.J. McCarron, 9 of 12 through the air. This is all in the family for this guy who's got a chance to play in front of his boys.
Okay.
Dad, you better throw
Go to Pop.
You better throw good today.
I'm gonna try. Come here. What's up, baby? You good? Love you.
Three boys, Trip, Gunner, and Cash. One wants a hug. One wants him to throw for 4 tutties.
You better throw good today. I like it. Say it's tough. Hey, competition started in the McCarron house.
2nd and 5. Little lull, and Butler couldn't squeeze it.
Move to trips left, Fritos. Move to trips left, Fritos. Come on, let's go.
Give your best guess on Fritos.
Well, I know the move the trips left.
Yeah,
I can tell you
right.
that. I don't know about Fritos. I know they're going to start to the right and then move to the left and build a formation to the left-hand side. Fritos, it's in the chip family. I'm thinking something, you know, maybe like a quick screen to the right. If it makes some sense.
Late clock late. It's at 1. McCarron looking for that screen. There it is. It's Brian Hill. He's got a first down. Coming up next, Cool Ranch. It's a gain of 11.
How about that? Say it's in the chip family. So Brian Hill gives you a little chip to the outside, fakes it, and throws the screen to the right-hand side. We guessed it right. I like that.
It's good work by you.
All right. I think Fritos is probably to the right. What do you think is to the left?
Lay's, Cheetos?
Lay's. I think Lay's.
Lay's to the
I
left.
think that sounds right. Baked Lay's?
I think the counter would be anything with PB&J because Fritos goes best with PB&J.
Or chili, you know, whatever you're
Yeah, that's a good dip. Karen moving the platform, sidearm spot. This is Austin Prohl. He was a hero week 1 for St. Louis. Started 2-0 on the road before going back to the Dome. This will be their final road game of the season.
Nice protection up front, too. It's been pretty good so far. See, AJ just has to move a little bit to his left after his left guard, Steven Gonzalez, gets beat to the outside, but there's plenty of space. And so far, when you look at what Houston's been defensively, they've been kind of soft, haven't really allowed a whole lot over the top. Here they are a little soft again as the BattleHawks enter the red zone.
Roughnecks lead the league in sacks, haven't really been able to get to McCarron. Stephen Mitchell takes it for 4 on a first down.
10-10-10.
Gradkowski's still there, we promise. You can hear him.
Tight text. Let's go just trips left, tight text. 50 smash. Wide slip.
Trips left tight tech, 50 smash, wide slip.
You know, Gradkowski likes high percentage looks. When he was at Toledo as a quarterback, first quarterback Division I to complete 70% of his passes in consecutive seasons.
You got a chance to hit the smash right now.
No, there's the flag. Marcel Aitman impeded by Raleigh Tejada.
Probably around the 5.
Is the spot good?
Really got to
I love hearing Anthony Beck saying they can't guard you.
closer to the 5. Closer to the 5 on the spot.
Put the ball on the 5-yard line. Pass interference. Defense, number 23. Bobby placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
And a good penalty there, too. I mean, that's going to be a touchdown. You got one-on-one coverage. You get beat to the outside. Grab the jersey. At least you live to play another down. But either way, and that's a matchup, as you can hear, Anthony Becht and the entire BattleHawks sideline recognizing that Aitman's going to be a problem for Houston all day long.
200 dip.
Pressure up the middle. McCarron complete. Shy of the pylon is Aitman again. Guarded by Tejada one more time.
Pressure up the middle. Good recognition by AJ. Finding a one-on-one and getting a good completion.
Right, X short, 200 jet, X shield, wide now. Sell it.
Second and goal from the 1, and Dean Blandino's taking a look at this.
Is under further review.
Got an incomplete pass, Jeff. Ball hit the ground. When he went out of bounds, he lost the ball going to the ground.
But it's great work in the command center.
So I'm going to give you the previous spot information. We're going to go back to the 5.
Did not maintain possession of the ball going to the ground. Second down.
We're on the 5 right hash.
Let's take a look at it right there. Has it, but as a result of their collisioning, and you have to maintain sole possession. Now the ball can move, but you have to have possession. And Dean Blandino clearly in the control center didn't feel like he had enough as the ball was hitting the ground.
Collisioning.
Collisioning. Yeah, it's a new verb. Everybody's saying it.
Sweeping the nation.
Yes.
Second and goal. A lot of collisioning up front. Corner blitz and out to the outside, incomplete. Trying to go back to 8 men again. We missed 3 weeks of the hamstring injury. Sean Davis had the coverage that time. Third and goal. Pressure from his blind side, and it is caught. It's Hakeem Butler and a touchdown for St. Louis. Fumble on their first play, the consecutive scoring drives for St. Louis.
50 PP.
What an unbelievable catch from Hakeem Butler. Look at him go up and over the top. The defender's in perfect position. But the 6'6" Butler, who's just such a weapon in this part of the field, is able to reel it in.
Yeah! Yeah! All right, here we go. We got it. Touchdown. Where do you want the ball?
Well, he got calm in a hurry, didn't he? First year as a head coach. Limited coaching experience for Anthony, who was a teammate of ours at ESPN for years. Long-time NFL tight end. McCarron, quick release. It's Butler again. And a finger roll. And St. Louis able to extend its lead.
AJ wanting roughing the passer. He does get hit a little bit high. I thought I could see what he sees. That crown of the helmet kind of close to that head or neck area. Either way, great job understanding he didn't have enough guys to protect. He drifts just away from it long enough to buy a little bit of time. Floats it with plenty of air underneath to allow the receiver to go up underneath it. And in a quick, all-out pressure, got to beat him immediately. When you give it a little air, you give your receiver extra time to locate the football. Just another terrific drive from A.J. McCarron and the BattleHawks offense.
Hakeem Butler's 5th touchdown catch of the season. Came in second in the league coming into this weekend at touchdown grabs. Dejan Lee back to receive this kick from Donald Hageman. Hageman, former Aztec, big week for San Diego State here in Houston. Here's Lee. Out to the 30. Let's check in with Katie George.
Hakeem, it felt like you had to fight over that touchdown just a little bit.
No, it wasn't really a fight. I told AJ to play before because I was open, so he threw it, trusting me. We get touchdowns, baby.
Yes, you do. You're very good at that. You moved here when you were 16 years old. What's it like being back in H-Town?
Oh, it feels good being back. I got a lot of family here. My sister Amber, she's not here. I love you. My nephew is Malachi Eli. I love him too. My little brother Khalil. But I got a lot of family here, so I got to show out.
How many?
Too many to count.
Thanks, Akeem.
Pushing the ticket list for the former Fort Bend Travis football and basketball standout. Back shoulder, good catch by Deontay Burnett. Deontay Burnett has a gain of 12.
I'll tell you what, there's some wideouts in this game now. I mean, you look at what St. Louis has between Marcel Aitman, who's great to see him back healthy again, what Darius Shepard's been doing, what Akeem Butler's been doing all season long, and then Houston, man, I mean, they are across the board. Even without Jontre Kirkland, they are so deep.
Quick release. This is Cedric Bird again. First down, pick up a 14.
This red choice. Hum the trips left, red choice. Hum the trips left, red choice.
Right, choice. So the receiver to the right gets to make the decision. So this receiver can run an out route, a go route, or a post route. It's his decision. That's why the name is choice. He wants the go route.
Incomplete.
Let's go. Trips left. Lizard. Tampa Lizard. Trips left. Tampa Lizard.
Let's go. We got a whole fuck.
Plenty of time left.
Ready.
We've seen some lengthy drives in this one. Touchdown drive for Houston, covered 11 plays last time. Here's Borghi for Washington State Cougar. And he slips through. Somehow he pounded through and he ends up with a 23-yard gain.
Man, I think Borghi's so good. I just can't believe he doesn't have a home in the NFL. He's so good in third down. He's so much stronger than you think. He always seems to make initial contact miss. And he's a great contributor in the passing game. Of course, playing for Mike Leach at Washington State. He caught 1 million passes up there. He's a guy that I think can play at a ridiculously high level, even though he's not necessarily your prototypical measurables.
Here he is. Part of this is Dejon Lee. Now McDonald throws it away. Borghi's played for the Colts, Broncos, and Steelers in his time in the league, and might have a doppelganger with Christian McCaffrey.
If you do a double take, I mean, it really is. They look exactly the same. You got to look down. I mean, Christian obviously a little bit bigger. But either way, similar skill set, too. I mean, just very crafty, running routes out of the backfield, can contribute in the return game if you want him to. He's a guy that I'm just shocked isn't on a roster in the NFL.
41 touchdowns in his time on the Palouse. Here's Dejon Lee, and he gives him a burst to inside the 10 and another first down for Houston.
You guys mentioned the Borghi lookalike with Christian McCaffrey. John Yarbrough, offensive lineman for Houston, said that it goes a little bit further. When he was in Carolina, he remembered Christian McCaffrey rolling up to camp on a skateboard, and he said, first day of camp for the Houston Roughnecks, guess who rolls up on a skateboard? Max Borghi.
Go!
Lee again, and a flag thrown.
I don't know if I like the skateboard play or not. That just seems dangerous to me. I mean, we are playing football after all, but I mean,
got it.
Maybe do that after the season. You know, I don't know. Put
Holding
the skateboard away.
Offense, number 79. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Should you feel better about a motorized scooter? Maybe a bird or a lime?
I would make sure that all my players had knee pads, elbow pads, wrist protectors, 2 helmets, and maybe a Kevlar vest. And then you can take your motor scooter, your skateboard, whatever you want, you can take it out. But you will be covered in head to toe.
Sometimes you just got to channel that inner Steve Caballero.
I know Cole would be going Evel Knievel around town if he were given the opportunity. You got to reel him in sometimes, Tom.
Put a team in the Snake Canyon next year. Complete to the outside. Pickup of 6. That's Justin Smith out of Norfolk State.
Okay, go turbo, turbo, turbo.
Turbo.
A.J. Smith channeling his Cliff Kingsbury, going shades.
Detroit dog.
All right, let's go. Trips right, Detroit.
Detroit should be a draw here. Fake the pass maybe to the right, and then Hand it off up inside to Aline.
Aline out of Delaware State. Lee, who had it last time, is out of Delaware. A couple of first staters, and there's a pickup of one. Nate Maters from UCLA with the stop.
Give me trips right, red, ZTD. H, get right to the goal line. Trips right, red TD. And while you got that post, really try to work the middle. Scoot in just a little bit, Deontay. Work his inside.
TD, you say, sounds like he's just going to throw a little curl route right inside, right at the goal line, low and away.
Everything's covered, so it turns into a jump ball. And Trevell Harris has a pickup of 5. Carson Wells brought the pressure, pardon me.
Fortunate on this one. You see on the right-hand side, Carson Wells working back inside. They've done a really good job, the defensive ends for St. Louis, for the most part, of understanding exactly where the quarterback is in the pocket as they rush the passer.
That's unbelievable.
So you can see Anthony Beck knowing that was a pretty fortuitous throw. You don't have to draw a picture on the scorecard. Cole McDonald goes back side, threw a strike on the sideline.
Hunter Duplessis fits it in from 25. For an 11-play drive, the last one, that's a 10-play drive, but held out of the end zone. We all love Houston, and we love this matchup. We've got a great one brewing here in H-Town. In from behind, and now trailing by 5 with 3:04 to go before halftime. Hunter Duplessis with the field goal from 25 yards out, kicks it away. And moments ago, Cole Kublik with Cole McDonald.
Cole, you had the interception first series of the game, been able to bounce back now, drive back down the field a couple of times. How have you been able to do it? Take me through your mentality.
Yeah, just made a dumb mistake throwing across my body, across the field, first of all, and when I was rolling out to the right. Just got to come back and play football. Next snap, one snap and clear.
I got to know what's going on with asking your offensive lineman to breathe as well. Is there some yoga in the background? Like, how are you getting your big guys settled in?
No, them big boys work hard up front, and anytime I can kind of chirp in the ear, tell them to breathe. I see them huffing and puffing. Hey, let's lock in, breathe. It just gives them an extra, okay, relax, get ready for the next play.
Got it. Thanks, Cole.
Anytime.
We tell our offensive lineman Cole Kublik that same thing. By the way, since the opening play fumble, St. Louis play selection, 19 passes to just 3 runs.
There have been plenty of room to just kind of pick apart Houston defensively. The secondary has been very aggressive. They're going to squat. They're going to intercept you. That's just what Houston's done up to this point. And A.J. McCarron's done a great job getting the ball out of his hands quickly and recognizing favorable matchups. And there are plenty with that excellent wide receiver core he has to work with.
That was Kroll in motion. They run it on back-to-back plays for the first time. And Brian Hill takes it for a first down. A.J. Hendy the stop. We approach a 2-minute warning. Looks like A.J. McCarron wants to try to squeeze one more off here.
At least see if he can't go hard count. See if he can't get a free play. There you go.
No flag. McCarron taken down. It's a loss of 3. John Daka with the sack.
Hey, was he not on sides?
He wasn't in a neutral zone, Coach. He wasn't in a neutral zone.
There's the explanation to Anthony Becht.
Yeah, and you see, I mean, he's just trying to, he knows the shot clock's low. 2:04, snaps it. As soon as he thinks that guy jumps in the neutral zone, and they didn't feel like he went far enough to justify the 5 yards. So just an unfortunate break there for St. Louis.
It'll leave the BattleHawks with the 2nd and 13 after this in the 2-minute warning. So we've got old and new, borrowed and blue, and a couple of guys wedded to the game but getting here via different paths. This is Anthony Becht's first ever experience as a head coach. He's 4-2. Wade Phillips has 9 years in the league, 31 years as an assistant, been to a Super Bowl. He's also 4-2.
It's pretty amazing to think that Wade Phillips has been around for as long as he has. Seen so much football, and I, as a Dallas Cowboy fan growing up, I could have sworn he was a Cowboys coach for longer than 4 years. Just wild, man. Just an amazing career.
He's a Houston institution. Meanwhile, Becht had a year playing for the Rams in St. Louis. McCarron tripped up. He's sacked for the 2nd time today. And that will leave 3rd and long for St. Louis with 1:46 left.
And a great job here by Harris. Has been a little bit quiet so far today. He gets engaged in a one-on-one, gets off of him and drops McCarron. And right here, a little surprised that Houston wouldn't want to burn one of their timeouts, save a little extra time, knowing that St. Louis is obviously way behind the sticks.
McCarron, here's the screen to Jake Sutherland, his first catch of the game. And he rumbles forward with 107 and counting. 15-yard pickup. 4th and a couple.
Now, if you're St. Louis, I'd keep my offense on the field just to get them to spend a timeout, if nothing else. Probably still going to end up punting it. But I would at least, I mean, right now, valuable seconds are ticking off the clock for Houston. If you don't get it, then you're obviously looking at a situation where they get it with great field position.
BattleHawks have converted 40% of their 4th downs. They do take the snap. McCarron going deep into coverage, and it's batted away. 28 seconds left. A turnover on downs near midfield.
And this might be one where Anthony Beck strongly considers challenging it, because it does feel you have that one challenge in the XFL, and Anthony Beck's thinking about it. You can challenge a penalty because it does appear like the defender arrives just a little bit early.
Let's get you to Dean Blandino.
I'm with you. He's challenging that it was defensive pass interference, correct?
He's challenging it?
Yes, sir. Okay, we are looking at it.
I think this is a good use of the
start
challenge.
on my end zone. Watching it in real time.
St. Louis is challenging the ruling on the field.
Looks bang
for pass
bang.
interference.
Another shot here.
Play is under further review.
Okay, let's go Sky Cam. Let it go. So you're not getting it, all right?
You will either have first down there, right, or first down Houston here.
But again, in real time, bang, bang, the ball gets there. I just want to see a sideline shot just to make sure here. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Sideline's my last look. Again, it might be a frame early. In real time, bang, bang, not enough here.
Yeah, you hear it. I mean, you got to watch it in real time, really. Said if you just a frame early.
All right, Jeff, after review, the ruling on the field stands. It's a bang, bang play. The contact, everything occurs right at the same time.
Thank you.
We got Dean Blandino in the command center. Here's the call from Jeff Teaser.
The ruling on the field stands. There is no pass interference.
Dean, Major League Baseball is well underway, and we see guys being called out at second base, but being off the bag for a fraction of an inch. How does it vary in football when you're talking about it being bang, bang, and maybe a frame early, but not enough?
Exactly. The game is officiated in real time on the field, and we can sit up here and micromanage it and go frame by frame and say it's a fraction of a second early. But on the field, that's not one we're going to call. We want to keep that consistent standard.
Appreciate you, Dean, in St. Louis with the takeaway. Chris Cooper with the interception. And now they're saying incomplete. The ball was on the ground, and 23 seconds left.
And this would be unfortunate, too, because this would be a spot where maybe you would challenge, but you just spent your challenge just a moment ago. This ball sails on McDonald. Does it hit the ground? That's a good job by the official. The nose of the football, as you can see right there, as Cooper's going in to try to intercept it. It goes right between his arms, and the nose of the football does, in fact, touch the ground.
I think the understanding from a coaching perspective, what Dean just said about how the game of football is officiated in regards to replay. Number one, it's reassuring to me as a viewer and as a fan that we're not going to micromanage it, but it also has to impact your decision making and when to challenge, breaking down exactly what you see.
Correct. I agree with the challenge there, though. It's a pivotal play. You're giving them great field position to steal some points, so I like the idea of challenging that. It could be a big difference because you have first and goal or first and 10 inside the red zone if, in fact, you get it. So I like the idea, but you're right. I mean, it goes back to, hey, we all see on Twitter those screenshots of guys grabbing jerseys, but you have to officiate the game and you have to review the game in real time unless it's a catch, no catch situation, a spot foul situation, or something along the lines of that.
And you could hear Anthony Beck talking with his coaches up in the booth and reminding them that they have to view it in the same way.
Hey.
The timeout with 8 seconds left in the first half.
Go for the ball. We don't have to freaking get near the receiver.
Player 54 rolls on, and we've got all sorts of drama in the league. Episode 5 looks at why Wade Phillips and the Roughnecks brought back cornerback David Tolentino. Tensions rise for Terrell Buckley and the winless Guardians, who found a win against the best team. And the Sea Dragons looking to extend their win streak with the help of breakout wide receiver Ja'Cour Pearson, who leads the XFL in receiving. All 5 episodes are available on ESPN+. Let's listen in to Anthony Beck talking about the officiating.
Well, you know what? Dean's got a degree in officiating, and unfortunately we don't. So what do you want me to do?
I didn't know they had sheepskin for officials.
Well, if they do, Dean has a master's and a doctorate.
Offense number 79. False start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Right here, I mean, I would do a little quarterback quick kick if I were Houston. I would snap it and try to kick it down and something like that, but run the risk here.
That is incomplete. And now 6 seconds left, and they turn it over on downs.
And they turn it over. I mean, very little time to potentially get in position to kick a field goal. You got to throw a quick ball, gain 5 or 6 yards, and then you're looking at a possibility of a 58-yard field goal. Now it's muggy, it's humid, but likelihood of hitting that's pretty slim.
Let's throw this out there.
Yes.
Legal double forward pass in the XFL. There's some trickeration you could work in for a Hail Mary that would look a little bit different.
That's accurate, but I do think the Hail Mary off a double pass, probably not what you're looking at. Something quick, and then see if you can't get down immediately, call timeout, and then see if you can't nail a long field goal. But you got to tell your receivers immediately get down.
McCarron's been sacked twice in this game.
Down.
Butler, did he get down in time?
Yes, should have. Should be 1 second left on the clock. But if you're Houston, you run into the locker room immediately. That's what you do. That's the other play.
Texans.
Zone, or we can't make a kick from here, right?
We can try. Donald Hegman
may be able to make it from here.
Has a long of 44.
Yeah. Can you get this? All right, let's get it. Let's try it. Go ahead. Don, here we go.
And if I'm Houston, I'm putting a return man back at the back of the end zone. So you can see right here, quick throw. If your receiver goes down immediately, you're not even sweating it at all, but just because he takes a couple extra steps, it makes it a little closer. As you can see now, in the back of the end zone for Houston's William Likely. So I like that play from Houston, the possibility to set up a return if this thing comes up a little bit short.
It's be a 59-yard attempt. Hegman had a game winner against Seattle week 2 from 44. See the ribbons. It is a swirling breeze here in Houston. It's going to be short. Oh, it's good! Wow, it just snuck over. How about the carry on that one? And St. Louis will take a 17-9 lead into the locker room on the longest field goal in the XFL.
And that was a gift from Houston, just a gift. I mean, really mismanaged their offensive series at the end of the half, which gave St. Louis an opportunity to steal a couple yards, drop down, immediately down, and then kick a 50-plus. That was not ideal if you're a Roughnecks fan.
Let's go!
Anthony Beck with some energy. Here he is with Katie George.
Coach Beck, paid off. You asked Donnie, if he could make it from there, what'd you think of it?
Well, first, every second counts, right? So if they're going to give us 6, we're going to take it. It's a great job by Donnie. We're thinking about maybe throwing it to the end zone. I looked at Donnie and said, can you do it? He shook his head, yeah. I want to give him a chance. It was a rough start to the season for him, but we got faith in Donnie, man. He made a big kick the last couple weeks. And that's a hell of a job right there, man. I'm proud of him. Gives us some nice momentum coming out of the locker room.
Definitely a momentum play. What did you think of the execution there in the first half?
Not bad offensively. I mean, we don't want to fumble in the first play of the game, but we bounced back. We scored. I think our defense is playing hard. I mean, at the end of the day, we're moving the ball offensively. We got to continue to do that and put more points on the board. They're going to come out with a vengeance in the next quarter. We got to be prepared for that, weather the storm, and finish this game.
Thanks, Coach Beck.
Thanks, Katie.
Donald Hagman works with his dad in the family carpet and flooring business when he's not kicking field goals. It wasn't that long ago he was doing that on Montezuma Mesa for the San Diego State Aztecs. And if you haven't heard, it's been a big weekend in Houston for that San Diego State family.
What went through your mind when you saw Lamont Butler hit that shot?
Oh, man, he got stuck in the corner, and I think everybody was kind of like, uh-oh. And then he made a good power move to his left, pulled up, and everything just went silent. And I was like, oh, my God. And once it went down, it was crazy. It was like if I hit a game-winning field goal, it was the same type of feeling. It was unbelievable.
Well, good luck today, and good luck to the Aztecs Monday.
Yeah, thank you.
San Diego State under Brian Dutcher playing for a national championship here in Houston against the Huskies of UConn tomorrow night. We've got plenty coverage coming your way. We'll take you inside both locker rooms and give you all sorts of XFL access. We'll also take a look back at the best of the league from Week 6. XFL coverage rolls on from Houston, where the BattleHawks of St. Louis have a 17-9 lead at the break. Schedule, we get doubleheaders Saturday and Sunday. These BattleHawks will be back in the Lou for a 1 o'clock kick on ESPN against Vegas, and that's followed by Orlando playing host to Bob Soup's Arlington squad. And then Sunday we turn over to ABC. We'll be in San Antonio for the Brahmas and the Roughnecks, followed by DC trying to bounce back from its lone loss of the season. They'll take that long trip to the Pacific Northwest to take on Seattle. All games available on ESPN Plus as well. Today's game flow is brought to you by Progressive.
He picked that? Nice little wrinkle there, with that motion. It's tough. With the wind, where do you feel real good he can fight through that, push it through it?
Probably like a 29,
okay.
30.
Okay.
Oh, he made it.
Let's go!
I think it's good.
Woo!
Way to work that magic. Katie wants to get you walking.
I'll do an interview. What the hell?
Magic indeed. But both teams turned it over on downs in the last minute of the first half, and a 58-yard walk-off field goal to end the half. A little bit of everything here so far today.
It's been a great, a couple mistakes, right? That really poor clock management from Houston at the end of half, which gifted St. Louis the opportunity to kick that field goal. But when you look at what St. Louis has done offensively, with the exception of the fumble, they have been completely dialed in. I think A.J. McCarron's had a terrific first half, very accurate, allowing those playmakers to go up and take advantage of one-on-one matchups. And then conversely, on the other side, Cole McDonald hasn't really gotten into much of a rhythm throwing it. He's done okay, but he's made a couple of bad decisions and has made a couple of inaccurate throws. But the run game for Houston's been decent up to this point. Now they just got to balance it out with the passing attack.
Cole Kulik, where are you?
I'm right here with John Lee. The kick coverage team is about 15, 20 yards away from you. How does that change your mindset?
It's just like an inside run. Got to hit, see the hole and hit it.
There you go.
Try to see the hole and hit it. Dejon Lee. Delaware Blue Hen standing at his own goal line. Hagman with some hang time. Oh, Lee took it off a hop. First hole cleared, and then he gets taken down and out to the 33-yard line. A little slow to get up. Carson Wells, the special teams stop.
It was wild. It's almost as if because he dropped it, it slowed him down just a touch, which allowed the red sea to part right in the middle of that kick return unit. It's a pretty good gain there off the bad hop.
So back to work for Cole McDonald. 50% completion percentage in the first half, and Max Borghi picks up 6 yards. Let's look at today's progressive first half stats.
You can see BattleHawks doing a great job through the air, not as much from the run game, which has been really good for them the last couple weeks. You would think that run game would start to balance out. And then on the other side, the Roughnecks, 87 rushing yards for a run and shoot style of attack. To have that many rushing yards relative to your passing yards goes to show you they got to get that passing game going.
There it is, complete to Cedric Bird. Good for a first down.
Red, on one, ready. Yep.
Got a good look for quarterback draw if you want it.
Oh, into coverage. Really, Harvey was all over the intended receiver. And it results in an injury, it seems, for Ben Putman.
And right here, they have that mesh concept underneath. He's expecting, as you see the receiver to the left, he sits it down. That's exactly what McDonald was expecting as well. Instead, Putnam decided to keep going and ran himself into a big collision. So in this run and shoot offense, you have to be able to, wide receiver, to recognize man versus zone. That time it was a zone defense from St. Louis. He's got to sit that down. If he does, it's probably a completion, and he avoids the big hit.
Money. Go! All right.
There's a slant that's good for a first down. Travell Harris.
Trips left. Yeah, give me trips left. Broncos. Trips left. Broncos. What are you doing?
Get your breath. Straight run. Let's go. Get out the ball. Trips left. Broncos. On one. Ready.
Broncos.
Okay.
Their zone run game, made famous by Mike Shanahan and the Denver Broncos many moons ago.
Many moons ago? You make us feel old. Here's Aline. Picks up 9 on first down.
A nice job play side at the point of attack, and Aline, all the backs for Houston, undersized but have great acceleration through the hole. Aline getting a chance to break a big one there. Second and short, this would be a spot where I'd strongly consider taking a shot downfield, come back and get it on third and short.
Hey, Bucks,
they're going to hand it off. You hear the check right there.
All right.
Out for a screen. And Cedric Bird swallowed up, and he loses yardage. Maters and Lavert Hill were there.
Man, I just don't like this decision at all from Cole McDonald. Second short. Look, you have 2 guys on this side of the offensive line. Look how many different blockers. You have 3 blockers on this side, 2 defenders. Hand it off. It's a walk-in. It's a laugher. It's an absolute no-joke first and 10. Now you throw it, and you lose 4 yards. He might score if you hand it off.
Now they hand it off on 3rd and 5. And Borghi gets bottled up. And he loses 2 more. Mike Rose from Iowa State with the stop.
Sometimes, look, I know you want to throw the bubble. I know you want to throw it. Naturally, as a quarterback, you're inclined to throw it. But you have to let common sense override the rule. Understand the down and distance. You see 2 defenders on the side that you're trying to run the ball. Hand it off.
Let me ask you a very basic question. Why the default to the throw in a quarterback's mind? I mean, just hero ball?
I'm not sure I can explain that one. I think just naturally you want to try to get a completion.
First punt of the game for Houston. Race Porter pops it up, and a fair catch taken by Austin Pearl. 26-yard punt. So A.J. McCarron.
We going?
With Stetson Bennett, the only quarterback
Stay in the pistol now.
to win a pair of consecutive BCS national championships. Part of 3 national titles during his time at Alabama. In the NFL with the Bengals predominantly, but also the Bills, Raiders, Texans, and Falcons. And he's had a tremendous season for St. Louis. Out to Hakeem Butler. And a gain of 4 on first down. Why was the X right for A.J. McCarron?
I think he just hasn't had a chance to play in a long time. He's always been a great player. He just, when you're a backup, you get such limited reps in the NFL. And look, yeah, you get some time in the preseason, but it's just not that many reps, and then you kind of go away. So you play 4 games a year. This is a great opportunity for him to kind of knock some of that rust off and put some good tape out there after having not really played in a featured role in almost a decade.
21 was his last time in the NFL. Brian Hill with the carry.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Trips right, 3 jet Miami. 10, trips right, 3 jet Miami.
Karen 16 of 23 through the air. 2 touchdowns, and he's been sacked twice. Legs up. Oh, we got 2 of them? A pair of prosthetics in the end zone? McCarron, incomplete. A big leg and a little leg down there. Stephen Mitchell, the intended receiver. That's it. We got 2. Meanwhile, the big leg came from Donald Hagman, a 58-yard field goal to end the first half. Roughnecks will have 2 returners out here. William Likely and Travell Harris. Likely gets taken down by the first man, 48-yard punt. 3-yard return. Put your legs in the air and wave them from here to there. We're in Houston on this XFL Sunday, and St. Louis still leads.
Bucks Ripper, 8
hey,
seconds.
Bucks,
8
Bucks,
seconds.
Bucks, Bucks,
Ripper,
Bucks,
Ripper.
Bucks. Go. All right.
Hey, it
Come
was
on.
man-to-man, Cole. You got to hand that off.
Oh, fuck out that dog shit, bro.
Yo, what's up? That's me on that that Ripper.
I'm really curious about the interaction between the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. He wasn't jumping him. He wasn't telling him you were wrong. It was a reminder more than anything.
You still have to play the next play. Now, you would get Ripper on the sideline after you make a decision like that, or ripped, if you will. Terrible decision. I mean, it's as simple as that. And honestly, AJ can help out his quarterback by not even putting the Ripper on it. Just say Bucks. So that way you don't even have it in his mind whatsoever.
Here's Bryson Allen, but there was a big play in this game. They lost yards on consecutive plays. I'm sure you've played for coordinators that were a little bit more forceful in their criticism in game. What's best for a quarterback?
It just depends on the guy. I mean, some guys can take it. Some guys respond to it. Some guys go into a hole. It just depends on who you are. But I mean, Cole McDonald's played a lot of football. I mean, he's seen a lot. So, and AJ's young. He can relate to these guys. He knows how to reach them.
Donald took a hit as he threw, and it falls incomplete. Got ear hold.
All right, give me this. Turbo. Spread right, red check, H streak. Spread right, red check, H streak. Let's read it.
Red check.
What's the read?
Read means the H is going to run right through the middle of the field, but they want to check first to see exactly what they want to give the outside receivers.
Donald on the run. And he escapes and tight ropes up the sideline. It's a gain of 11 yards for Cole McDonald. Cole Kubelik, what do you got?
I talked to A.J. Smith, the offensive coordinator for the Roughnecks, before the game, and he told me that the confidence that comes with Cole McDonald has been there all along. The system at Hawaii was a little bit different than what he's going to run here, but he thought this could have been the plan the entire season. They thought that there was a way that he would work himself into being the starter. It might not take an injury. That's the kind of confidence that this team has had in him from the get-go.
Brandon Silvers had started the previous 6. He's out with a tricep injury. A little wide, may have gotten tipped. He wasn't happy with Deontay Burnett in his route, apparently.
Yeah, Cole McDonald and Burnett not on the same page. McDonald visibly upset right there, thinking that his wide receiver, and let's take a look at it. To his right, the receiver, actually look at him. He comes back inside as opposed to coming right back down his stem. That's hard on the quarterback. When you see him set up where he's coming, you expect him to come right back down where he started from towards the line of scrimmage. He came inside, and that's why the ball fluttered outside.
All right, we're fine.
There you go. You're the quarterback, corner in here saying, hey, we're fine, we're good. Don't worry about it.
There we go. Give us this. Let's go blue. Check. Z switch. Blue check. Z switch. H hook. Blue check. Z switch. H hook.
Go!
He's missed his last couple. McDonald on 3rd and 10. Got swallowed up. Somehow he hung onto the football. And there's a flag.
Let's talk about this. Go slow here.
Akin Mullidoon had the sack if it stands.
It's just a tackle. It's just a tackle. It's just a tackle.
Okay.
You hear Dean cleaning
There is
it
no
up.
foul for a late hit. 4th down.
That was a great job there by Dean Blandino. Look, on the field, it looks violent, throws the quarterback down. It's a great pass rush inside. You get a hold of him. Really, the only way to get him down is to do it the way he did it. He didn't land with his full body weight on top of him. Look,
is that a flag in the NFL?
Probably. But right there, that was a great job there by the control center saying, you know what? No, it's just a tackle. Don't overreact to it because the quarterback went back violently.
Race Porter gets into this one. Here's Austin Prohl from the 22. And up to the 30-yard line. 41-yard punt. Playmaker indeed. Freedom Akunamulidin with the sack for St. Louis.
It was picked up. When you're going after the quarterback with all your force, what's going through your mind? Are you taking something off of it? Are you trying to not put your full body weight on him?
Yes, so we can't put our full body on him because that would be a flag. So we kind of roll, and that's a technique our coach taught us. And then after the play, when I saw the flags, I went to my teammates and we just celebrated. It was lit.
I saw the dance moves. Have you been working on that with Kevin for a while?
Oh, yeah. It was finally.
Thanks, Freedom.
Freedom Akin Mullidoon got through that one clean. Got to the quarterback clean. 100-pounder from Nebraska.
50.
First sack of the game for St. Louis. A.J. McCarron back to work. And he leaves the pocket. Got a little stiff arm, but got taken down by it. An 8-yard gain. Jordan Mosley to stop.
Empty left, you all right? Take a knee, AJ. Take a knee on the field. Take a knee on the field.
Yeah, he went down awkwardly, didn't he? And he'll take the knee on the field to get them an injury timeout.
Get loose.
Nick Tiano's the backup quarterback.
Man, it's so scary when you're engaged with the defender and he kind of lands awkwardly, as you can see on his right shoulder. He gets up. Just all that body weight on the right side of his body.
He's going to the tent real quick.
He's going to go in the tent real quick. Hopefully he's okay. He's played a whale of a game. He's really, really played well. all season long. So hoping that everything's okay. But the way he's moving around, it makes you a little optimistic, that's for sure.
So the injury tent risen for McCarron. Nick Tiano.
Trips left, 19 Springer. Time to read the end.
We'll get the play relayed to him. They're just trying to access the speaker in his helmet right before he took the field. Nick Tiano played his college ball at Chattanooga after starting at Mississippi State. He goes hard. Here's the handoff to Brian Hill. And Hill's got a first down. Tiano's going to stay in the game.
Let's go. Let's go. Trips right.
McCarron just came out of the tent.
51 Purdue. Trips right. Tight text. 51 Purdue. Ex-lookie. Trips right. Tight text.
AJ not happy because it took a speaker out of his helmet, it seems, and put it in Tiano's. It's going to be a moment before the equipment staff can get his helmet ready to go.
This should be a quick, easy throw for Tiano right here.
Whoa! Took a lick and got rid of it for a gain of 5. Emmanuel Ellerby came crashing in on him.
Good job getting it out quickly. You got a backup quarterback in the game. Thinking, hey, let's welcome him to the party by bringing a little extra heat. Wade Phillips has seen this before, and of course his defensive coordinator Brian Stewart. They know when a backup quarterback's in the game, you're going to ramp up that aggressiveness on the defensive side.
Equipment manager's taking center stage here in Houston the last couple of days. Running back and forth from the locker room in the Final Four to find the right pair of shoes. And now A.J. McCarron's got the speaker set and his helmet. And back on the field. And he re-enters to a 3rd down.
Here we go. And we got trips left. Fritos on.
Uh-oh, what's Fritos?
Chip play.
You know this one. Chip screen to the right. The back will work out to the right and then drift right outside. Pretend like he's blocking, but this looks like man coverage. Could be tough.
Yep, I'll dump it off to him. Made the first man miss and then dragged down. Only got 2 yards. 4th down to midfield. And they'll bring the punt team on. Sterling Hoffrichter on to kick it away for St. Louis. William Likely set to return, will ask for a fair catch in traffic. Cole Kublik with Wade Phillips.
Coach Phillips, you've coached a lot of defense in your day. I'm just interested, when you see a backup quarterback come into the game, how did that change your mentality or your plan?
Well, he was only there for a couple of plays. We knew they were going to run the ball, so we played it good.
Thank you, Coach.
And now McCarron seemingly ready to go the rest of the way, but they still got some work to do. How are your soldering skills?
Not great, to be honest with you.
One high, one high, one high. Go!
Well, McDonald just 11 of 23.
Easy, easy, easy. Hey, yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Yeah, win, win, win. Go! All right.
Finds Eileen. What was the win-win-win?
Not really sure on that one. I mean, with a little check down over the ball.
Let's go.
Not necessarily trying to win on that route. It's kind of an outlet. You hear Broncos here. This should be a handoff to the left-hand side. Full zone.
All right.
2 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
That's A.J. Smith, the coordinator.
Second down. Trips right, Brown Lightning. Trips right, Brown Lightning.
Hey, trips right, Brown. Brown, I'm ready.
Stop. Trips right, Brown Lightning. Hey, excuse me, change it to black, 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 black.
Hey, black, black. Hey, stay there. Black, black,
You got a fade stop. Should be really nice down here. One-on-one, just a little stop. Curl route right here.
Goes the slant on the opposite side. That's good for a first down. Deontay Burnett, gain of 8.
Nice throw here. See the coverage pretty good across the board. In breaking routes, body up that wide receiver for the conversion. It's a big throw there from McDonald.
Set up for a big hit, but somehow Bird avoided it. Ran it. Sebastian had the coverage.
Give me spread right. Spread right, Detroit. Spread right, Detroit.
Spread right, Detroit. Detroit on one right.
All right, Detroit, here's that draw play.
Let's get it right here, baby.
Give it a good sell at the quarterback spot, and then hand it to Lee. Hitting it 100 miles an hour.
There it is. And Lee ran right into a wall.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, 3rd and 9. Go spread right, purple, spread right, purple, spread right, purple, spread right.
Taking a picture?
Purple, take a picture, no play. If they jump off sides, then everyone take off. Let him get to the snap, and then listen to AJ, see what he ends up calling. There's 16 on the play clock, plenty of time.
Okay, let's go red check, H streak. Red. Check, H streak, Z delay, 8 seconds. Go!
All right.
So purple's got to come early enough in the play clock to get set up, to sell it, to take the picture, and then put a play call in.
Correct. You wouldn't want to go to the line of scrimmage under 10 with purple as your call, because you have to get there very, very quickly. Now everyone's got radios. It can happen a little quicker than in college or something else, but either way, the offensive line right now just not playing very well up the middle.
Yeah! Yes! Let's go, Leclerc!
Didn't see a punt in the first half from either team, and they're trading him here in the 3rd quarter. There's Austin Prohl. Somebody lost their hat over the sideline. 46-yard punt, 8-yard return. Prohl taken down by Aline. Laying a lick on special teams. Cole McDonald, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. A.J. McCarron, former Alabama star, has thrown a couple of touchdowns. And we head to the 4th quarter with St. Louis leading the South Division leaders 17-9. Team in the league to anyone not named DC. They're 4-2. Aiming for the postseason. This is week 7 of a 10-week campaign. 5th round pick of the Bengals after winning a pair of national champions as a starting quarterback at Alabama for Nick Saban. Here's Sutherland taken down. AJ came on the scene when you were the starting quarterback at Alabama. What was the quarterback room like back then?
Oh, it was great. I mean, it's all your backup quarterback is so important. I mean, I don't think people necessarily realize that, because he's the only one that lives the rep like you do. He understands how to see it the way you see it. He's been in your shoes. No one else in the building understands that. So he was an extremely valuable resource to me, and obviously he's been great at the next level in his time as a starter, and obviously as a backup as well.
On 2nd and 9, he finds his tight end again. Sutherland falls forward for a pickup of 7.
On the reception again.
You know the McCarron family well. Had a chance to run into his dad pregame.
Yeah, I got to see Tony and the kids and Catherine and Dee Dee. It was great to see him, and told him just how proud I was of AJ. It's just great to see him playing again, and obviously playing at a high level.
They're down at 2. Straight ahead run, and good for the first down for Brian Hill. Well, maybe not.
Be real close.
Brian Hill, the ball
like it was there initially, but Man, they surged on it immediately as he initiated that contact. It's going to depend on the spot.
He didn't have far to go.
We're going to look at it. We're going to look at it. We're going to look at it. It's close. Back it up. I need at least 15. Back him up. I need to back up. Back in farther. Because I need to bring the things all the way out.
Ryan Hill is a St. Louis native from just across the river. Went to Belleville West and had to get from Belleville to Collinsville to pick up that first down. And they're going to bring out the chain. I'd like to make a suggestion, by the way. Just short. So many great rules changes in this league. Here's to the suggestion box. Suggestion box of Dwayne Johnson and to Danny Garcia. Let's get away from the physical chain. Let's
Come
go
on.
GPS.
No,
Let's work
school. You gotta have a little nostalgia. What do you want to do? Get rid of umpires now too in baseball? I mean, come on, give me a little nostalgia. But watch the fake. Watch the fake right here. If you're Houston, I mean, this is really close. I would watch that ball. I would not jump off sides because if I'm St. Louis, I'm going hard count. All right, here you go.
And now they'll check back. Off Richter, booms it. Likely fumbles it, recovers, breaks through, and it gets taken down by Alexander Matheson, the long snapper. And we got some pushing and shoving and flags after the play.
Somebody came in late.
Anthony Beck played a long time in the NFL.
Yes.
He never drew one personal foul penalty in 11 seasons as a tight end in the league.
After the time is over, unsportsmanlike conduct, kicking tees, number 51, 15-yard penalty, first down.
You could hear him say, "We'll get him on the next play." That's his teaching point. If someone takes the cheap shot at you, don't get flagged for it.
Yeah,
wait for the next play.
They always get the second guy, as you can see. Number 21 for Houston went in there and gave him a shove, and then he retaliated, and that's who they got. But ultimately, man, Houston's offense has been playing terrible here in the third quarter. To give them free 15 yards is almost inexcusable. But as you see Anthony Beck talking to his linebacker, calming them down just a little bit, he'll be all right.
McDonald gets dropped. That's Travis Feeney. It's a loss of 8. Second sack for St. Louis today.
And a great job. Look at the spin move right here by Feeney. Sets up field, spins inside, and drops McDonald immediately on 1st and 10. Great job there by St. Louis's defense after the penalty. Pin their ears back and come after the quarterback.
5th St. Louis tackle behind the line of scrimmage here in the second half. Cole McDonald getting his first start in place of the injured Brandon Silvers. McDonald lofts one downfield and incomplete. Silvers is standing by with Cole Kubelik.
Brandon, just give us an idea of now your perspective over here. You have been the starter the majority of the season. What have you seen? What have you liked?
Yeah, we just got to get the ball moving. Got to get some completions, get the ball out, and it's a little bit more different offense, but same type of plays. A little bit more QB run today. Obviously, he's a little bit more athletic than me, so you know, just kind of getting a rhythm, and you know, we just got to. We're only 8 points down. You know, it's a one-score game, so we just got to get it going.
Take us through what you see from the defense here. Take us through the eyes of the quarterback.
It's harder without the play, but looks like we got 5 verticals on. Pick your best matchup. Kind of broke down. Let's go. Yeah, we have 5 verts. Pick your one-on-one matchup, and somebody got to get open, and you know, we got to complete a ball.
How have you approached your role being injured and having Cole be the starter? You talk to him a lot. You try to go over there, try to stay out of his way.
Yeah, for me, it's like when I'm in there, I know a lot of people in your head. You know, I know he goes down and sits and talks with AJ when he's not, when he's not in. So, you know, I'm not going to mess with him too much in his head. I go talk to him at halftime and, you know, just say next play, all the time.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yep, thank you.
Brandon Silvers, 11 touchdowns on the season. A spinner from Race Porter. This is Pro with a full head of steam. And takes it right to the Houston sideline. 11 yards on the return of a 34-yard punt. What a weekend in Houston. Final Four is here. LeBron's here. Major League Baseball and the XFL center stage on this Sunday. Championship going on, and a couple of very interested observers on these two teams.
Here with Iowa graduate Jack Heflin, defensive lineman for the Roughnecks. Caitlin Clark has been out of her mind for this Iowa women's basketball team. Give me over under 40 points for her tonight.
Shoot, I mean, the way she's going, she got that Kobe mindset. I got to go. She's going to put the team on her back. So I don't want to jinx it, but I'm going over.
And I'm just gonna assume you're taking the Hawkeyes over LSU tonight.
Always Hawks. Hawks on top all the time.
But all your LSU Tigers are taking on Caitlin Clark and Iowa today in the national championship. How do you like your chances?
Oh, I'm going with the purple and gold all the way. Like, I like our chances. We got some great players, and we've had a great year, so I like our chances. Caitlin's good. Iowa's a good team, but LSU's better, I think.
Scale from 1 to 10, where would you rate Kim Mulkey's style on the sidelines?
Oh, man. 12. I can never do it, but she got swag. I love it.
He's got a lot of swag. Best luck to the Tigers. Best luck to you today.
The Roughnecks take it to the house. William Likely with a 35-yard return. And just like that, the Roughnecks are a 2-point conversion away from the tie. They could go for 3 in the lead if they want.
Wow, what a play. Gets ripped initially inside. Ball bounces right into the awaiting arms of William Likely, and a team that could not manufacture any points in the last couple of quarters finds some here from their defense. What an unbelievable play there from the Roughnecks up front.
It's the second time Brian Hill has fumbled in this game. They're going to go for 2 in the tie. And a timeout requested by St. Louis. How about the emotions of a head coach? Anthony Beck's in his first year as the head man, and his emotions have run the gamut today.
Are you serious? Come on, man. Art, what the hell? What is going on?
Ball, we got it. We're going. It's a touchdown. 2. Hey, we want to go for 2.
Love it. Wade Phillips is into this, and his team with a chance for the tie. Sun broke through the clouds at the right time for this Roughnecks team.
Block. Go. All right.
McDonald for the tie. Pressured. Flips it. And it'll go out of bounds. Laquel London had the pressure, but defense the name of the game for the Roughnecks and William Likely. Here's Cole Kublik.
William, going back to the old kick returner wide receiver days on that return, huh?
Yeah, I got to bring my offensive skills out. You know, I don't get to do it so often now, so when I get the ball, I try to do what I do.
Is any part of you understanding where you guys are in the game as far as the score, feeling like you got to try to get one in?
Yeah, we know we got to make a play on defense, and we still got to make a play. We got to finish out strong. So that's one of the key factors for us right now.
Thank you, William. Congrats.
Yes, sir.
William Likely played his college ball at Maryland, one of the most versatile players in the XFL, going back to his college days.
But he ran with he lets him go. Backward cut set.
That's McDonald and Burnett have yet to get on the same page. Darius Shepard back to receive this one.
Interesting here. Do they go back with Brian Hill, or do they go with one of the other backs now? Putting it on the deck twice. It's a tough one to recover from.
Shepard looking for the edge. Our first Sunday night baseball matchup of the season is here. Phillies and Rangers finish up their 3rd game series at Globe Life Field in Arlington. Ravi, Eduardo Perez, David Cohen, and Buster with a call on ESPN. Michael Kay and A-Rod Back with their K-Rod presentation on ESPN2, also available on ESPN Deportes and ESPN Radio. Our coverage begins with baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown at 6 Eastern on ESPN. Rangers won the first 2 of that series. McCarron pressured. He was injured last time, and it's taken down gently by Jack Heflin. Brian Stewart, the defensive coordinator.
Just a great job. Look at the ET. See that defensive end? He runs down inside, and the defensive tackle, you're going to see right here, he sets him up. Defensive tackle comes in to clean it up. Just an excellent job of executing. Look at how quickly they get that pick. A.J. McCarron falls for it, falls right into it, and they drop him for a sack. Very well designed along the defensive front.
Hill is on the field. Another opportunity here. And now 3rd and long, and the Houston fans can feel the momentum shifted. $12,013 have come into TD-ECU Stadium, and they are seeing a thriller. McCarron dumps it off to Hill. Hill's got space, and he's got a first down for St. Louis.
And a great job by AJ right here, stepping up in the pocket. You see the high side rush, keeps his eyes downfield. Look at all those Houston Roughnecks defenders that are taking off, trying to guard deep to short. He checks it off underneath with Hill, and he gets it after the catch. Just a great job of going through the progression, and a great job by Hill getting vertical enough for the conversion.
And G-Mac, you brought up before that series, would they go back to Brian Hill? Katie and I on the field with Anthony Beck before the game against Arlington up in St. Louis a couple weeks ago. He said, listen, guys, Brian Hill is the heart and soul of our football team. His passion, we feed off of it. He's got a lot of fire. He's a guy that provides a spark for our offense on almost every down. So going to be tough to keep him out of the lineup and keep the football away from him if he means that much.
Here's Anthony Beck on Hill in his own words.
He's got it. He's got it. Good job, B. It's a way to bounce back, Brian. There we go. It's a way to bounce back, Brian. Let's go.
2 fumbles today. Sean Davis was the injured Roughneck. Taken off the field. Hill again. Hill again! And a first down again for St. Louis.
And a really nice job play side too by Vidal Alexander, the right guard. Look at him get to the second level, get a piece of the linebacker Ellaby, which gives Hill just enough room to get to the perimeter and turn it into a big play. It's been a great response so far from St. Louis offensively.
Mateo Durant replaces Hill at running back, former Duke Blue Devil. Record-setting running back in Durham picks up 6.
Mateo Durant, the ball carrier. Jay Brewer.
And another injured player, this on the St. Louis side. BattleHawks with a 2-point lead. We approach the midpoint of the 4th quarter between a pair of 4-2 teams. Back in Houston in a moment. After this, we turn the page to Week 8. We got a couple of doubleheaders starting Saturday at ESPN. St. Louis home in the Dome against Vegas, followed by Arlington. Going down to Orlando after the Guardians got great play from Quentin Dormady lately. We'll be in San Antonio for the ABC broadcast of Houston and Heinz Ward Brahmas. DC travels to Seattle for a 7 o'clock kick. Close out the weekend on ESPN2. Every game available on ESPN+. Seattle red hot. They've won 5 straight. Steven Gonzalez was the injured offensive lineman. He's out. Dallas Warmick takes his spot at left guard. And it's getting loud.
He's saying, watch the guy over the slot receiver. He's probably blitzing. Here he comes.
Good thought by McCarron. Mateo Durant has no gain. What's the key for McCarron? How does he see that?
You just see the defender that is covering the slot guys, only like 8 or 9 yards deep, and he's up. The guy that's over the defender currently isn't looking at you. When he's not looking at you, that means he's coming. If he is looking at you, because these guys, they think
bad poker play.
They think they're tricking us. We know what you're doing. You look at me, I know you're playing zone. You're not looking at me, you're probably coming, especially if there's a defender behind you.
And a limb banging good time. Hill next to McCarron. Here comes the blitz up the middle. Complete to the perimeter and a first down to Marcel Aitman. It's a gain of 8.
Pass complete to number 3, Marcel Aitman.
Nice timing on this throw, too. You see how early the ball's released by A.J. McCarron. Aitman's right there on the 9 stop, which is just 9 yards, and you put your foot in the ground immediately. Time's up beautifully. It's almost impossible to cover when you hit that on time.
Karen looking for Butler. Instead he goes underneath. And Darius Shepard gets a first down. Shepard was a star at North Dakota State. 14 games over 2 seasons in the NFL. Shepard lost his dad when he was playing in North Dakota State. His father had played in the early 90s at Missouri. It was an emotional time for him, and then he realized his dream of making it to pro football, but he's been all over the place since. This is Stephen Mitchell on the catch. You look at Darius Shepard's transaction page on Pro Football Reference, and it might take a while for you to get through it. This guy has been everywhere. Signed, wave, signed, wave, signed, wave. Packers, Chiefs, Cardinals, Vikings. Practice squad appearances. The Broncos picked him up, and last time he wore the NFL gear was October of 22 when the Broncos released him.
And he's exactly what the league is for. A guy that's just right there trying to make that extra push, and he's done a great job so far.
Had a huge game last week. They go to the tight end Sutherland and gets flipped at the 10. Gains 3 the hard way.
Pass complete to Jake Sutherland.
Jeez.
Big collision there.
What was your word earlier?
Collisioning.
Collisionary play.
Tom, after the ankle injury, Steven Gonzalez is checked back in at left guard.
Thank you, Katie. 3rd and short.
Sounds like right now they're actually going to protect it up and throw one here.
Going to the end zone. Caught. It's Darius Shepard and a St. Louis touchdown. Fourth touchdown of the season for Shepard. He had 2 last week in the win in Las Vegas.
And just a great job of identifying the one-on-one. 3rd and short situation. Obviously, Houston is thinking they're going to run the football. Instead, they opt to completely block it up, get the press coverage with the slot fade.
A.J. McCarron, 6 of 6 for 57 yards on that drive. And now they'll go for 1. 1 of 4 on 1-point conversions this year. Play action, little sidearm sling. Still a 1-score game, but there's a flag down in the end zone. St. Louis might have another crack at it.
Holding. Let's go. Let's go. We gotta get in here. Let's go.
That's what I'm looking at.
Got it. Put it on 1.
Devontae Beckett.
Yep.
They're calling defense. Number 11. Ball being placed at the 1-yard line. Try.
Still a 1-point try here for St. Louis.
Still a little surprised that they wouldn't go for 2. With the odds of getting the 1 and the odds of getting the 2 essentially the same, you could make it a 2-score game by converting on a 2-point conversion, making it a 10-point ball game. But the 1 still makes it a 1-score game, assuming Houston can go down and get the 3-point conversion.
You can't change your selection after a penalty. So that decision made before the flag. Here's Hill, and he dances in. St. Louis with a 9-point lead. Another flag afterwards. And a personal foul penalty coming, maybe a couple of them.
Right here, 52. Look at this shot. Here, look at
52 offense or defense? 52 defense. Wants to see it in the kickoff, okay?
Houston, 52.
That's more like conduct. Number 52. Defense. That 15-yard penalty be assessed on the ensuing kickoff.
That's how you fucking respond, bro.
Hill was in, play was dead, left side of the screen. Sutherland in a scrap, and the takedown by Ellerby, and the shove is what draws the flag.
Kind of hurt on the sideline. Just terrific response from St. Louis, especially you think about getting way behind the sticks on the first 2 offensive snaps of that series. You go backwards, and then you pick it up on the check down to Brian Hill. Next thing you know, you're off to the races. So just a great job there by St. Louis, getting down the field and punching it in for 6.
And how about the redemption for Brian Hill after the fumble led to the scoop and score? Anthony Beck kept him on the field, converted a big 3rd down, and then was able to punch in the point after. The kickoff will come from the 45 following the penalty. And he'll need a holder with the wind swirling. How about this? It's not a fellow player. It's the red hat who'll do the holding. John Lee out to the 30-yard line. Redemption for Brian Hill.
Brian, you had 2 huge first downs, and then you end the drive with the conversion. What was the mindset needed to have that kind of response?
I just had to make up for it. You know, I let my team down twice today with 2 fumbles, 2 big fumbles. So we were lucky enough to get the first one back, but the second one turned into an instant score. So I know I just had to go out there and make a play. Regardless
of mistakes, your coaches call you the heart and soul of this team. What does that mean to you?
I mean, like they said, heart and soul, that means we run off my mistakes and my accomplishments. So if I'm out there messing up like that, maybe the rest of the team gonna do the same. I gotta get my mind right and make a play whenever I can.
Thanks, Brian.
No problem.
Brian Hill was Wyoming's career rushing leader by the time he left Laramie, back to his hometown of St. Louis, playing professional football now. Live lines, you're given 8.5 if you take St. Louis. McDonald slings it out to Cedric Bird.
Just a reminder, it's just a 1-possession game here in the XFL, so don't need to be in a crazy hurry.
Bucks, we're going to run it here on first down.
This would be a run play. I did not hear Bucks Ripper. Ripper would be the quick throw, but I like Bucks here.
Here's Max Borghi. Wow. Max Borghi's able to pick up the first down thanks to Darian Parker. Cole, what have you thought of the Roughnecks offensive line today?
Well, struggled a little bit in protection, but getting something going here in the run game. I think the tempo is helping them out a little bit with this as well. And just lack of dedication to the run game. But A.J. Smith's a guy that'll tell you there's not a run play that I really like. So you can understand why he doesn't call too many of them.
He has to say that to remain in the run and shoot and air raid offense. You can't run the ball in that offense.
Over the middle, too strong. Hey, Cole, let's go back to you real quick. The wind has been swirling. Have you seen a major effect down on the field, especially in passes?
I have. I've seen a lot of throws that have been moving left to right. I think a couple of receivers have been affected of it by being able to locate the football, and I think the accuracy has been affected a little bit as well. You can't really see it at the top of the pylons with the flags, but that wind has gotten going here a couple of times.
McDonald with the keep. Picks up 2.
That'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
We are in the 4th quarter. It is a 1-score game. We're in the XFL. 9 points is available on any score. Back for the final 2 of regulation after this.
3 timeouts. So
to keep pace with Seattle, Sea Dragons will be in the Dome in 2 weeks for the rematch. Meanwhile, Houston leading the South with a 4-2 record, undefeated in the division. And here we go, a 3rd down with 2 minutes to play in the 4th. Cole McDonald's first start at quarterback. 4-man rush. McDonald wide and incomplete. Deontay Burnett, the intended receiver. They just haven't been on the same page all day.
No, they haven't. There were 2 receivers in the same spot, which makes you think maybe there was a little bit of a bust between the 2. One needed to stay out, and both ultimately ended up inside.
They'll go for it on 4th down. They bring pressure with 4. Somehow they got to him, and they forced McDonald to scramble. Nobody open downfield. And he slings it incomplete. And a turnover on downs for the 2nd time for the Roughnecks in this game. Anthony Beck, all smiles. Kevin Atkins in that front 4 got to him.
That front 4 has been really playing well here in the 2nd half of this football game. Not a lot of room for Cole McDonald. He does a good job of buying time, trying to give his receivers a chance, but they were all just too far away. He had retreated too far to be able to make it happen. As you see Anthony Beck looking on, celebrating the turnover on downs. This thing's not totally on ice, though. Houston still with 3 timeouts at their disposal. And an opportunity in the 3 and out to give their offense another chance.
Eric Hansen was in on that last play. Product out of Division II Upper Iowa. Big pickup for St. Louis. Play clock at 1. Here's Mateo Durant. Gain of 3. Houston has all 3 timeouts left. Why not stop it? And then finally they do.
I don't know if Wade thought he had called it already.
30 seconds.
Here's the Week 8 XFL schedule. Twin Bills on Saturday and Sunday. St. Louis plays host to Vegas, 1 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. It continues with Arlington in Orlando at 4 o'clock, also ESPN. Sunday afternoon, the Alamodome is the site for the ABC broadcast. Hines Ward San Antonio squad hosts this Houston team. And we close the weekend with DC at Seattle, 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. DC beats Seattle opening weekend.
That's going to be a heck of a game next Sunday night. Obviously so much on the line with potential home field in the north up for grabs.
The pressure by the Roughnecks, and they're able to break through, and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage made by Jordan Mosley.
2nd charge timeout. Houston.
Houston takes this one quickly with 1:24 remaining.
This would be a situation where you could technically give the quarterback freedom to throw it here.
Same thing. Tell him flip Darius and big man and just call smoke outside of Darius. They want to press the point. Throw it to him and let him see if he can get it. LeBron, he said. LeBron.
Yeah, there you go. So a high percentage completion here He wants to throw a quick screen.
LeBron's in town, why not?
Try to throw a quick screen here to Darius Shepherd if he gets a good look.
Shepherd 11, near side of the formation. Bottom of your screen, here he is. And there's a lot of room for Shepherd, and it's St. Louis first down. What made that play work?
It's a good idea from AJ. They're playing press on the point, meaning the guy in the slot, who's really the point, they're pressing him, and they're off coverage to the outside. So you get a really easy completion. You have a 6'6" tight end body that's getting pressed. He can just run straight ahead and try to collision the guy that would be covering Darius Shepherd on the outside. So instead of running your head up against the brick wall, you get to maybe make a guy miss, and next thing you know, you're out the gate. And that's exactly what happened as St. Louis puts this thing on ice with a great decision from A.J. McCarron and excellent execution from the passing attack.
Again, that collision word. Do you have interest in a body shop back home? Or what's the deal?
I do not. Maybe should, though, after this show. Why not?
Good. St. Louis will keep pace, second place. And the BattleHawks will move to 5-0 against the rest of the league not named DC.
Great game, boys. Victory on one. Ready? Set. White side. Okay, takes it.
Roughnecks, meanwhile, held to 15 points or fewer for the second time in the last 3 weeks. This offense was unstoppable through the first month of the season. They averaged over 30 points a game.
They've come back to earth big time these last few weeks, and we've talked a lot about the division race in the north, but the one in the south might be every bit as intriguing. And it might be ultimately in the South Division Championship in the playoffs. It might be the lesser of many evils, because none of those teams in the South right now are playing consistent quality football.
Clock runs out on Houston. Anthony Beck, first year as a head coach. Abdul's Wade Phillips. Cole McDonald's first start does not turn out as he wished. He said, I got to make plays. I think there's something to be said for Houston, the quarterback-wide receiver relationship, too, with the limited reps for McDonald.
Yeah, they got to get that ironed out, but it's an offense that takes a lot of time, and it's an expensive offense to work on because it just takes a lot of rep equity, and he'll get there. Next week, you would expect him to take a big leap forward.
Anthony Becht has earned the opportunity to talk to Katie George.
Thanks, Tom. Coach Beck, congratulations. Given everything that Seattle's done as of late, how important was it for your group to come on the road and get this win one final time before you head home for a long home stretch?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I don't even know what Seattle's doing right now. Our focus was on this game, and I really put the team and said, listen, you know, what are we going to do? We've lost one the last 4 weeks. We got to start putting games together and win. And if we just match the effort, intensity, and really the fundamentals we did last week, we'll be fine. And they did that today. The defense played outstanding. Our offense came out hot. We did a good job. We had a lull in the second half, but our defense really kept it together. Great pass rush, really held it down. Just got a lot of confidence in these guys right now, and that's what it's all about. They go make plays when their number is called, and our defense stepped up big.
To that point, every time there was a mistake or a missed opportunity, your group responded. What does that say about this unit?
Yeah, you know, I mean, B. Hill put the ball on the ground twice. That's not him. You know, he had a personal foul. That's not our culture. But the guys bounced back. I knew they would. You know, I trust them. You got to trust your team. You got to trust your players. You know, we only have 45 guys that dress. We can't just roll different people in and think somebody's going to step up. We got to trust our dogs. And Brian and Willie and those guys are our dogs. So I just love the effort. I love the intensity and the togetherness. And that's 2 in a row for us. So that's huge. And now we get a big one next week, and we get a chance to get another victory.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Katie. Appreciate it.
A.J. McCarron, 26 of 34, 222, 3 touchdowns. He's with Cole.
AJ, felt like you did a lot of work at the line of scrimmage today. I don't know if that was the plan coming in. You felt like you're going to see multiple fronts and have to do a lot, but a lot of verbiage, a lot of changing by you, but a lot of it worked. Was that the plan coming in?
Listen, I tell you, it's so much fun to be able to come to work every week and play under Bruce. Like, Bruce is a freaking genius, and he trusts me enough to give me the freedom. He knows I'm going to see things and to be able to audible out, but I mean, he also called a hell of a game himself, too. And the guys just did an unbelievable job of executing. I mean, the big boys played awesome up front. Guys out wide made plays. Running backs fought through adversity, right, and came up big when we needed them. And I'm just super proud of this team. I mean, we're learning how to really put this thing together week after week, and it's been awesome.
I'm just interested, though, after the game, we got the whole crew over here. We're trying to get him on the field. I think we got a couple coming right now. Look at him.
My two oldest.
There he goes. He got a couple of them coming over here. Now, I don't know who it was, but one of them said, Daddy, make sure you throw the ball good today.
Yeah,
Did you pass that test today?
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see. I know when they come over here or later on when I see them, they'll let me know if I did or not.
Look at this. Now, that's a teammate right there.
Look at him. Appreciate you, Jake. Thank you, brother.
Anytime.
You'll say, Mr. Jake,
stuff.
thank you.
Anything for AJ.
Oh, there we go. All right, so here I have to know. You said before the game, Daddy, make sure you throw it good today. Did he pass the test?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How much fun is it watching your dad play?
Fun.
You love it?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Look at that. You got the manners going and everything.
Yeah.
Thank you, AJ.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
A.J. McCarron, couple of national championships for Nick Saban at Alabama, and he's got St. Louis positioned for the postseason. We got 3 weeks left in the regular season, and it is going to be an interesting stretch run for sure. Saturday, it's start of a doubleheader. Vegas will be in St. Louis to take on the BattleHawks. Their road tests are done. They're home the rest of the way. For Greg McElroy, Cole Kublik, Katie George, I'm Tom Hart. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week in St.